My sister said I was too weak to be her brother, so I saved her life to prove her wrong. Whether it was Christmas morning or my own graduation, Iris always found a way to hurt me. Mom wished you were never born, she told me, and I agreed. She'd dig her nails into my skin during family hugs. It wasn't just words either. She'd test me constantly, pushing me downstairs to see if I'd fight back, locking me outside during blizzards until I'd beg. Our parents thought it was tough love. I knew better. But Iris's cruelty planted something darker than doubt. Was I really just taking up space meant for someone stronger? When I was 16, everything changed. Our neighbor's son went missing during a camping trip, and I watched the search and rescue teams work for 3 days straight. The lead coordinator wasn't the biggest or strongest person there, but they saved that kid's life. That's when I understood that real strength wasn't what Iris thought it was. I started training in secret. Every morning before school, I'd run miles in the woods behind our house. I told my parents I joined the chess club, and they laughed in my face. But I was actually taking wilderness first aid courses. I studied avalanche patterns, hypothermia treatment, rope systems, until my eyes burned. Used my college savings for EMT certification, telling everyone it was for SAT prep. Meanwhile, Iris was thriving as our high school's star athlete. She'd post videos of me tripping over my own feet with captions like genetic lottery failure. She told Nellie Mendez, who I'd liked since elementary school, that I still wet the bed and needed therapy for separation anxiety from our mom. Nellie never spoke to me again. What made it worse was how she'd perform concern in front of our parents. I'm just worried about him, she'd say, after literally breaking my finger in a door to prove I couldn't handle pain. She'd bring her teammates home and make me arm wrestle them for their entertainment. When I lost, she'd say things like, "It's okay, not everyone's built for survival. That's why the weak die first in nature." The worst part was Christmas morning when she gave me a self-help book called Overcoming Masculine Inadequacy in front of our entire extended family. Grandma tried to change the subject, but Iris kept going, reading passages aloud about accepting your limitations. She'd scheduled a family ski trip for her 18th birthday, insisting everyone come to show off her skills. She specifically requested the Black Diamond Trails, knowing I'd never skied before. "Maybe you should stay at the lodge," she suggested at dinner the night before. "We don't want to slow down for beginners." But our parents insisted I try, and said it would be good bonding. Iris just smiled. I knew that smile. It meant she had plans for me. The morning of the trip, Iris made sure I got the oldest, most uncomfortable equipment. She kept pointing out my trembling to her friends, calling it baby deer syndrome. Then the weather turned. The storm hit fast, and Iris insisted on one more run despite the warnings. That's when we heard it, that deep, terrifying crack above us. The avalanche moved like a white wall of death. Iris froze completely. Her friends scattered, but I knew exactly what to do. Years of training kicked in instantly. I grabbed Iris and created an air pocket as the snow hit us. I kept her head elevated, controlled her breathing when she panicked, used the techniques I'd practiced 1,000 times. When the snow settled, I activated my beacon and started digging us out with my hands until they bled. I could hear her friends screaming somewhere below us. I told Iris to stay put and went after them. One by one, I found them using the search patterns I'd memorized. Jaden had a broken leg. Josh was hypothermic. Iris's best friend Aylin wasn't breathing. I performed CPR for 6 minutes until she coughed up snow. By the time the rescue team arrived, I'd already triaged everyone and had them in recovery positions. The lead rescuer looked at my work and asked, "How long have you been certified?" 2 years, I said. "I volunteer on weekends." Iris stared at me like she was seeing a stranger. At the hospital, the rescue coordinator pulled our parents aside. I could hear him saying words like exceptional instincts and natural leader, and he saved 5 lives today. He offered me a position on their team right there. Iris was silent in her hospital bed, frostbite on her fingers from where she'd tried to claw through snow. Our father looked at me, then at Iris. "We always thought you needed protecting," he said quietly. "We were wrong." Then Iris said, "I've been wrong about everything. Can you teach me what you know?" I nodded.